What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, Siren Frost, and today we're doing an update video on the new Drajeweled Magnus. This is the new ride line for set 10, so this is for post set 10 kind of thing. And this deck was inspired by Michiru Hazama, and it also has some new support for like Demonic Stone Dragons or Drajeweled himself. And there's also some cards in here that may be good, maybe bad, depending on your guys' point of view on it. So, without any further ado, let's just see what we cooked today, and see what you guys think. And as always, there'll be a full deck list in the description box down below, so don't be afraid to go check that out as well. Now, for starting with the ride deck, of course, we're using the energy counter because even though in some games you're meant to play the energy generator, I chose to play this because it's just easy for me to keep track of, dice and stuff. So that's why. Now for this is a whole new ride line from the old version of Drajeweled. So let's just go see what the new one is. So we got Jewelias Dracokid Glow. When this unit is rolled upon, if you win second, draw one card. So it's no different than the regular Dracokid, but except it just has glow. So each one has now a glow theme or a jewel kind of theme to it. Next one we have the Jewel Core Dragon, who's now become Glint. When this unit is rolled upon by Demonic Stone Dragon Jewelneel Latern, look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Choose up to 2 cards with different grades from among them, and put them into your soul and shuffle the deck. So, again, no different. Next we have Demonic Stone Dragon Jewelneel Latern. And I can't tell if it's... Oh, there is. Sorry, there's a little dust right there. When this unit is rolled upon by a grade 3 card with Drajeweled in its card name, soul charge 1, and if your soul has a Jewel Core Dragon Glint, draw 1 card. So it has to have a Jewel Core Dragon in it. During your turn, if your Vanguard is Demonic Jewel Dragon Emperor Drajeweled Magnus, this unit gets 5,000 power if it's on a rear guard. So that's pretty cool. For budget reasons, you can actually play for a playsave this guy if you really want to, get more power into your attacks. If you're not able to afford the other cards that go with it. Next, for the grade 3 boss, we have Demonic Jewel Dragon Emperor Drajeweled Magnus. At the beginning of so it has 3 effects, and they're long ones here. At the beginning of your right phase, choose 2 cards from your drop and put them in the soul. Okay. At the beginning of your battle phase, if your soul has a card with Drajeweled in its card name, all your front row units get 5,000 power until a turn. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, Soul Blast 4 cards with different grades. Choose one of your opponent's Vanguard, and to the end of this turn, its attack becomes 0. And if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, this unit gets +1 critical. If this effect increases critical, and your damage zone has 4 or more cards, or if you have Persona Road this turn, choose one of your rear guards with Demonic Jewel Dragon in its card name, and it gets this skill. It's a 1-turn skill. When this unit attacks, discard a card from hand. This unit's drive becomes 1, and it can perform drive checks until the end of the battle, until the end of turn. So that will explain why we have the grade 3 in here, but we'll get to that in the next. But that is a confirmed ride line for Drajeweled Magnus, which is a better version than the old Drajeweled in my humble opinion. But we are still using some of the old cards. Now that's for the ride deck. Now for the main deck, let's just zoom through this because I like my 4 heals, 8 crits, 3 fronts, and 1 over trigger. That's just how I like to do my thing. So we're going for cards that were played in the anime. So we have 4 copies of Caper Companion for our heals. Next, for our criticals, we have 4 copies of Connected Rampage Clenn, because those are the cards that Michiru did play in the anime. And 4 copies of Stem Deviant Dragon for our last criticals. At the beginning of the battle, not at the beginning. At the end of the battle, this unit boosted. Put this unit into your soul. Choose one of your units, and it gets 2,000 power until the end of turn. So this card is actually perfect for soul, pretty much. And speaking of good for soul, we have 3 fronts, which is the Strange Noise of Ruin Aduro. When this unit is retired from the Guardian Circle, put this card into your soul. So, again, more soul charging, and I notice a lot of people have been using a little bit more fronts than draws, but everybody likes to stick to the draws because of the draw power of consistency. Just do you. Next, for a choice of overtrigger, I chose Gallmageheld because the same skill happens to Vanguards. For additional turn, during the fight, all your Vanguards gets 10,000 power plus 1 critical until the end of this fight, so during my turn. So, that unfortunately has to be an effect right there. But yeah, this is the confirmed grade 3 lineup that I've chosen, and I'm always going to stick to it because, 1, it matched the theme, and 2, it just makes it more easy for me, pretty much. Now for the grade 1 lineup, now this is your personal opinion, let's just see how it is. This is your own personal opinion, this is just my opinion too, so just bear with me. So for grade 1s, we have 4 copies of Compositive Freaks. It has a Guardian effect. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard, draw a jewel in its card name. This unit gets 5,000 to the shield. Drop effect. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard, draw a jewel in its card name. Bind this card. Choose a grade 3 or greater card from your drop and put it into your soul. So this card will actually help you provide for more soul charging. Now that's all for the draw jewel support. Now for the generic card we have here. It's just another option, but if you guys can afford it, it's great. We are playing 4 copies of Illusory, Latern, Demonic Lady, Forcalor. When this unit is placed on rearguard from hand, energy charge 1. At the end of the battle, this unit boosted if you energy blast 3 or more at the same time for the cost of your card's ability this turn. Retire this unit and draw 1 card. So this card is very optional. I thought I meant Soul Blasting, but I guess Energy Blast might have to do. So that's for the main normal units. Now for Perfect Guards, I choose Repelled Malice Dragon for 3 PGs and 1 Elementaria Sanctitude for our last one because of Blitz order. Because you do still go up against decks that have Leo Odium and possibly, well, actually any deck that can do the keyword triple drive. Makes it a little easier to say. So that is the grade 1 lineup, so not much to really say about this deck that much. Just a lot of reading. Now for grade 2 is where I shine the most on my gameplays pretty much. So we have a new one here from set 10. This is Master of the Veiled Wings, Vesper. When this unit is placed on rearguard, put a card from your hand into Soul and draw 1 card. If you have a grade 3 Vanguard with draw jewel in its card name, this unit does get 5,000 power into the turn. So this grade 2 is actually perfect for, early mid games kind of thing. I would say mid to late games because early on we don't have draw jewel until grade 3. Now for the Demonic Stone Dragon brothers we have here, we have the new edition. We have Demonic Stone Dragon Lithosagour. Lithosagour. When this unit is placed on rearguard, if you have a Vanguard draw jewel in its card name, Energy Blast 3, and draw 1 card. Okay, that's where the Demonic Lady's ability comes in. Okay. 1 turn skill, when this unit attacks a grade 3 grade unit, if your soul has 4 or more cards of different grades, this unit gets 10,000 power into the turn. When you soul blast 4 or more, at the same time, for the cost of the ability of your Vanguard draw jewel in its card name, counterblast 1 and stand this unit. So I don't think it's restricted to like how Rock Argor is. So this card is a bit more a more evolutionary form than the regular one. But yet we're still going to be playing 4 copies of Demonic Stone Dragon Rock Argor. He's a personal favorite of mine, so that's why. It's a 1-turn skill. When this unit attacks a grade 3 grade unit, if your soul has 4 or more cards with different grades, this unit gets 10,000 power in the turn. Okay, it shares the same thing as Lithosagour. And then when you soul blast 4 or more cards at the same time for the cost of this Vanguard ability, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, counterblast 1 and stand this unit. Now listen, this card can be used on anybody, so it is not completely used for draw jeweled, but I know it's meant for draw jeweled, so give or take. So you can always take this card out and play these 4 and still have the stand ability. If one dies, one will get reborn. So that's the grade 2s. Now for grade 3, we're still playing 3 more copies of Drajeweled Magnus for Persona Riding. And then we have the newest one, which I find the drive track more appealing. This is 4 copies of Demonic Jewel Dragon Geodrai. When this unit is put on the Guardian Circle, choose a grade 3 card with draw jewel and its card name from your right deck, and you may reveal it. If you revealed a card, or if you have a grade 3 Vanguard with draw jewel and its card name, this unit gets 5,000 power in that battle, so it can guard on the Guardian Circle. If you have a grade 3 Vanguard with draw jewel and its card name, this unit gets all the following effects. When this unit is placed on rearguard during your main phase, you may soul charge 1. Energy Blast 3. Choose a grade 3 or less card from your soul with a different grade card name from this unit and call it to rearguard. When this unit attacks a grade 3 guard unit, if your damage zone has 4 or more cards, this unit's drive becomes 2 and in the battle. So it does gain drive checks from Drajeweled Magnus' ability. So that is why this card's perfect for it. Now, for grade 3, this is my personal favorite, but let's just go for it. I'm playing 3 copies of Demonic Jewel Dragon Ristar Galar. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, if you Soul Blast 4 or more cards at the same time, for the cost of your Vanguard's ability this turn, put a card from your hand into Soul. Draw 1 card, choose one of your opponent's rear guards, and retire it. So, this card also provides you from, retiring your opponent's rear guards as well. So, a nice little... So, at that point, they have to be forced to use more cards in their hand. Pretty much. But that is it for the update video of Drajeweled Magnus. I hope you guys did enjoy this video from it. So, sorry for all the bloopers and shenanigans, but it wouldn't be my channel if there's not any bloopers. So, thank you all so much for watching, and if you guys did the content I do create on the channel, please subscribe, comment down below, thumbs up for this channel, and as always, like I said in an earlier video, there will be a full deck list in the box down below, so go ahead and check that out when you can. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. Again, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time, and as always, I have been your favorite memorable host, Siren Frost, signing out.